How much? On that?
Hey y'all, have you been to the grocery store lately? Because I haven't been in a couple of weeks. I try to only go every 2 weeks for basic every week staples. That's just the way I shop. If you don't go in the store, you don't spend any money. Okay. I was absolutely floored this time because a couple of items were over $1 more than they were 2 weeks ago. Now, inflation is one thing, but that borders on gouging. I can't imagine something jumping that much in that short a time. Like, take for instance, Great Value milk. I know I only paid like $3.69 or something 2 weeks ago. Today it was $4.56. Half and half, I was paying $4.68, and I paid $4.68 for months. Months it's been at $4.68 for half and half. Today it was $5.64. That's $1 and no, it's not quite $1. It's 96 cents, y'all. Okay, they jumped the price 96 cents in 2 weeks. This sugar, I love Morena sugar. I absolutely love it. It makes the best jellies and jams. It makes the best sweet treats. I rarely ever buy Domino or anything because it's bleached. Used to, when I first started buying this, it was only like maybe $1 more, per 8 pounds than Domino. It run pretty close to Domino's pricing. Over the last 2 years, it has steadily jumped. But the biggest jump was, 2 weeks ago, I paid $7.12. I went back and looked at my receipt. $7.12. Today, I paid $8.47. That's a serious jump. And that makes this $1.06 a pound for sugar. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But I was standing there looking at it, staring at it, going, I really don't know if I even want to buy this, but I have to have it, and what will it be in 2 weeks when I go back? So I bought 2, just because, if you see something and you really, really like it and you really use it, go on and get it, because the next time you go, it's going to be worse. This is terrible. Classico pasta. I make my own pasta sauce 90% of the time. I really do. But sometimes you like to cheat. Sometimes you just want something really, really quick. I always before bought the Classico because I looked at it like I can use this jar, and a jar is $1 now for a mason jar, and these are mason jars. And the lids fit. So, I would always just subtract $1 for the jar, and then that's what I would be paying in my head for the sauce. Well, it used to be like $1.99, $2.19, in that range. Now it's $2.76. It's still $1. I still get to keep that jar, and that's still a plus, but that's a big jump, big jump. All of this stuff is stuff that I use, except for the beans, okay? There are several channels that do the 5-can challenge, and so I thought, I'm at Wally World and I could use a few beans. Now, I do keep a ton. I have tons of dry beans. I do. But every once in a while, if I want a bean and I forgot to soak it overnight, then what am I going to do? I either not get beans or I open a can. So I bought 4 cans of chili beans, 4 cans of light red kidney beans, and 4 cans of cannellini beans. Now, anytime I want a bean, I got one. And I bought 12 cans. They were 82 cents a piece. So I'm still under $12 and I have it. I just put it up and I'm done. So that was kind of like a stock up. And another one that really surprised me, I had done a stock up haul, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago or something. This stuff don't go bad. I had bought Jell-O at 3 for $1 somewhere. I don't remember, but I bought a ton of it and had put it in a bucket. Well, I just now got down to the bottom of that bucket. So I thought, well, you know, I need to get me a little bit of Jell-O, you know, because in case grandkids come over and I don't really have anything or don't want to make anything, I can just give them some Jell-O. They're happy, you know. So from 3 for $1, when I bought, the last time I bought any, they are 83 cents a piece for the Great Value brand. 83 cents for Jell-O. Okay. That was something else, y'all. Because what?
I'm about 4-pack.
Oh, and get this, okay. They had 4 packs, like next to, you know, it's like, so you could get like 4 strawberries in a pack versus the individual ones that were 83 cents a piece. If you bought the 4-pack, it was how much, honey? Yeah, it was over $4 to buy the 4-pack, but they were only 83 cents a piece. I mean, they were gonna make another $1 just because you bought a 4-pack. You really gotta watch. You really gotta watch that price per ounce, price per packet, price per whatever, because they will rip you off something terrible. Same thing. Yeah, ketchup. They did the same thing with the ketchup. This one was $1.97. Great value, nothing special. The short, stubby one was 2 ounces less ketchup, but it was less ketchup, and it was like $2.39 or something. And it was 2 ounces less, but it was the squatty one, like you can sit in the door or whatever of your fridge. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, they're both great value, but they're gonna rip you off. It was like, no, actually it was 6 ounces, because it was a 32 ounce tub for 2 something. And this was $1.97 for 38 ounces. You know, yeah, I'm getting 38 ounce one. You know, it's not like we eat that much ketchup. Mayonnaise, this is Blue Plate mayonnaise, and I paid $5.98, so $6 for mayonnaise. And compared to Duke's was $1 higher, and then Hellman's was $1 more than that. So, you know, I really do prefer Duke's, and when I can, I will get that at Sam's, but I hadn't been to Sam's in a really long time. Since the last time I did a haul for you guys, it's been a while. And so anyway, I am out, so I grabbed this one to get me by until I go to Sam's. I have no great love for shortening, but when you're making old-fashioned cakes or any kind of older recipe, you know, those little old ladies didn't know any better, and they use shortening. And I've found that you have a really hard time duplicating the recipe, trying to switch out. So even though I don't love its ingredients or anything, and we don't do it very often, but every once in a while, you know, if I feel like making a really good chocolate cake or something, it needs shortening. This was $5.18. Now, I hadn't bought this really in years and years, so I don't know. I really don't know how much it's jumped in price, but that can't be. It couldn't have been that much for little old ladies to want to use it. So anyway, I'm down to my last half gallon of cornmeal. So I had to pick one of those up, and I paid $3.77 for that. And I know that used to be like, back in 2020, 2021, that was $1.99. All day long it was $1.99. I paid $8.93 for some minced onions. I'm gonna say that's not a bad deal because I did a whole dehydrator full of onions because I had a 50-pound bag of onions and I dehydrated the last, anyway, I filled up a dehydrator and I had this full. And I probably used, I don't know, like 20 onions or something just to make that 4 ounces. So for this to be less than $9 and it's over a pound, it's 1 pound and 1 ounce, I'm gonna say that's really not that bad of a deal. It feels like it, but today I guess it's really not that bad. Y'all know I dearly love my coffee, that's why I have to have the half and half. I love coffee. Y'all can buy me a coffee if you want to. This was $10.48 for 42 ounces. That's not that bad, but it's not my favorite. I really am not crazy about Maxwell House, but it was 13 something. It was almost $14 for the same size of Folgers. So, price wins. $4 difference, or almost $4 difference. I got the Maxwell House. Oh. Y'all know we love to make like the poor man lasagna, and that takes cottage cheese. This was almost $3. It was $2.67 for a pound. Isn't that what a pound? Y'all, I can't see without my glasses. I'm blind. Oh, it's a pound and a half. So it's a pound and a half, but it was $2.67. We use a lot of sour cream. I won't use all this in 2 weeks, but it's not going to go bad either before I use it. It was $6.28. I want to say the last time I did a haul that this was only 5 something. I really want to say that it's went up over $1 for this size of the daisy, but I'm not positive, so I'm not going to say that. This is horseradish. We love horseradish. I make horseradish sauce or horsey sauce all the time, and this was $2.27, and I only had like that much left, so I definitely had to have that. So I've done that. Let's see, what else did onions. Y'all know I love onions. I can't cook without an onion. I have no idea how to cook hardly anything without an onion. And I bought 2 bags of the sweet onions. It's 3-pound bag for $3.78. I bought 2 of those. And then for $3.78, I bought a 3-pound bag of red onions. Because you gotta have variety in your onions. You do. And then I got some organic whole carrots. This actually I thought was a pretty good buy because this was a 2-pound bag and it was $2.04. So the win today was the carrots. The win today was carrots. And, oh, these. Okay, this is probably the last thing. I think except for the, okay. Flame roasted red peppers. The little pimento peppers. These are the Italian style. These were only $1.77. I thought that was a great buy. When you're doing a dish of pretty much anything, when you add those little pimento red peppers, you just add so much flavor. And they're, I usually don't buy them because they're pretty expensive, but they had them on clearance, so I guess they're not going to carry them anymore or something. Anyway, I went ahead and bought 3 because, yeah, they're not going to go bad, and you only need, like, in any recipe, you only need, like, 1.5. So then that sits in your fridge, and it won't go bad in your fridge either. This stuff lasts forever. Anyway, that I thought was a really good buy, but it's because it's on clearance. And that was a stock up because, and I probably should have bought more. Probably won't be none when I go back, if I tried to go back. And then I had to have a little bit of cleaning supplies. I usually try to keep those ahead, but I usually do those on major shopping hauls, not just regular week ones. But this week I'm gonna be doing a cast iron cleaning for you, because my son just about ruined his cast iron. And he's like, Mom, can you fix them, or do I have to buy some more? And I'm like, no, we'll fix them. Cast iron, as long as you take care of it, will last forever. And they're not that hard. They're time consuming, but they're not that hard to get clean and get re-seasoned. So that's what this is for. These are steel wool pads with a little bit of soap on them, and they were only $1.26 a piece. That's pretty good. There's 10 of them in there. I don't think you can do any better at a dollar store or anything for that, so I didn't think that was a terrible deal. On the other hand, oven cleaner was, this little old tiny can was $4.28. Now y'all know I don't have an oven, but it works wonders on cast iron. And before you say, no, don't do that, I've done it. It works. I promise. I don't use it on the inside, I use it on the outside, but it does work. And I needed some soap. This was $7.98, so it was $8 for the big, y'all, I can't see without glasses, 70 fluid ounces. I like Palmolive. You can keep your Dawn. I mean, really, you can keep your Dawn. This stuff, yep, your granny was right, Palmolive works. This they had on clearance, just like the red peppers. This was on clearance, so I guess nobody bought them. It was only $2.25, and it's a kit, and it comes with. Now I've never seen this before, but it comes with a new bottle that you're supposed to use over and over and over, and it has this little fill line, and you fill it with water, and then you pour the concentrate in there, and it's supposed to save on recycling. Well, I don't see where this was saving a whole lot of recycling. I mean, sometimes I think they just don't think things through. But anyway, it was only $2.25, and I needed another one of these because I can't sit this on top of the counter. I need a little one, and mine fell off the counter the other day and my lid broke, so I don't have one. So I thought, well, okay, $2.25, I can live with it, and it came with the soap. So there you go. I'm gonna break another one. Anyway, that's my haul for today. This little bit of stuff was $151. $151, and you were looking at all of it. I don't know how y'all doing it with families. I really don't, because this was not really a haul. I didn't buy any meat, I didn't buy any cheese, I didn't, I just bought really basic staples. Nothing fancy. I don't know how you do it. I don't. I was talking to my daughter and my son, and they're like, it's getting harder and harder and harder. Y'all just pray about it. Just pray about it, because I don't know what else to tell you to do. 2024, y'all. Just 2024. Just hope it's a better year.